after the Microsoft press conference on Sunday will be the Bethesda press conference, but we will not make our strategies. Because why is that, Rich? What's going to happen with Todd Howard?
He's just going to tell you vague answers and say, but you're going to love it.
So we're going to skip our strategies. We're going to go to the press conferences on Monday, which is Ubisoft. Will be Monday afternoon. So Ubisoft press conference. If I was running press conference again, they have Assassin's Creed. Start off Assassin's Creed, show the Egypt setting. They also have the Far Cry 5, which more trailer will be announced this Friday, I believe. They showed like 25-second little teasers, which will lead up. So next week, we'll more than likely talk about Far Cry 5, what we think about the new trailer on the Montana setting. They're going to have South Park. They're going to show more. And what was the other? The Crew.
The Crew 2. Yeah.
The Crew 2. I want them to bring... I don't know if you guys remember this. Well, they had like a laser fight on stage. Do you remember this? They had like a gun where they actually had a contest.
With the thing, the little...
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No, we just want Aisha, that's all.
Yeah.
That's
Aisha, bring him back.
To be there.
Hashtag ladyballs.
Yeah.
Ooh. And Mo, I know you can talk 20 minutes about her and her beautiful body.
And what game she's in.
And
her voicing.
Hosting ability.
Like how he goes dirty. He's like, but I have her CV.
No.
We'll go over her entire resume.
Watch Dogs, the series, again, 2 just came out last year. I think they're going to try The Division again.
Makes sense.
I know it's not a prediction, but they always have, at the end of their press conference, they always have something, big announcement, something you haven't heard of. They'll have a new IP. That's how they get into it. New IP that no one's even heard of. But I think in the middle of the press conference, they're going to have an IP that they had Division. I think they will have a sequel to The Division, learned from their mistakes. This is what we learned. Because I think there's a great foundation and premise there that had a crowd that bought it. And Mo, did you buy Division?
I did. I played through all the missions, and then towards the end, I was like, "Whoa, what else is there?" I felt like a short-lived Destiny.
That's what it was. Yeah, short-lived Destiny. Yeah. I think they learned from that. They'll have a Division.
Still 3 times the story.
Yeah, have Division.
But they actually
2.
have the storyline inside,
and with a new IP. But yeah, if I was just running the show, I have great games. Yeah. I fucking Assassin's Creed, South Park, The Crew 2, all this holiday.
What about the Mario Rabbids crossover thing? Is that Nintendo or is that Ubisoft, or they both touch on it? I'd say Ubisoft is more beneficial.
Because Rabbids.
And they probably paid Nintendo more than Nintendo paid them.
They would show that. I'm thinking about Nintendo. Thank you.
You know what? The one thing with...
I don't really have much to say about the Ubisoft. They already have it all laid out.
The one thing about Ubisoft is they always put out 3 indies. They give developers chances. That's one thing. So they always... Remember, they showed Unravel. They showed... what was the World War I game that was like... kind of comic book issued, but it had kind of like a sad story to it, but it was based on the stories.
Wasn't a dog in there?
Valiant Hearts?
Yes.
Is what it's called?
Yeah.
So remember,
wasn't it the dog talking about his owner?
Yeah, it was like... The story is good. The story is amazing. I got it. So
that was all cel-shaded.
Yes, cel-shaded, yeah. So, I mean, they always do 3 indies that they have developers working on, and then they release for like a super good price. Heather bought Unravel, and she loved the hell out of the storyline of that game. So what that does for Ubisoft is show that they're actually looking towards the future, because these developers go in and then they do a great job. They have great sales. And then the following of those developers jump onto the next Ubisoft ship and then help them write stories. This is one thing that I've noticed about Ubisoft that I always forget to touch on. But they've done it with Unravel, and Valiant Hearts was cool. It was so good. So good. So I can see them releasing like 2 or 3 new just indie games, and then let the developers... Because the one... Whoever the developer is, they're in charge of that game. Ubisoft just says, we're going to help them release it. That's it. And that's pretty cool. I got to say, that's pretty amazing with Ubisoft. So.
And Rich, if you're... running Ubisoft
press
conference.
I would end with Far Cry 5. I would probably start with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So you can hear, you know what the meaning of insanity is. Which was a great startup to their E3 conference.
And I think that put Far Cry 3 on the map because that when it really
when he said that,
Far Cry 1 and 2 was great, but 3
Yeah.
put it on the next, and 4 put it on the next level. Do you think all those games are going to be really? They have Assassin's Creed will be released in South Park. That is a great lineup
Yeah.
of games that they have for this holiday.
Exactly.
That is incredible.
Suze
And
agrees.
with those genres, and I'm biased towards this. Again, if I'm running, I'm still sticking to it. Ubisoft does like new technology. Like last year, they had their VR segment. They had Star Trek Bridge Crew, and they had the Eagle one. You actually go around. Again, it wasn't my type of game,
yeah, I forgot
but
about that.
the Eagle Soar type of VR. So hopefully they have 3 new. I'm running the fucking show, so yes, I'm gonna have 3 new VR. I'm not fucking making predictions. I'm running the press conference here. I'm gonna have VR support because I know there's a man out there named Steve who loves VR. So I'm gonna have more games for him to play. Because after Farpoint, I have no idea what the fuck I'm playing in VR. You know, because Ace Combat got delayed to 2018.
Yeah.
I was actually really looking forward to being Maverick
With
in
VR. Oh man,
Yeah.
that would feel
They're doing a
intense.
sequel, to Top Gun. Tom Cruise did an
I
interview with
did hear. I know after Tony Scott, what happened?
Yeah.
I know it got delayed in the ramblings, but
Are they gonna make a shitty game for Nintendo?
the
What are you talking about?
Rich
That
already
was
brought
awesome
it up.
until you were trying to
Yeah.
land on the aircraft carrier or refuel, and all of a sudden your controls meant nothing.
Exactly. You couldn't even end the game.
What, the original Top Gun? Or
Yeah, it's so bad.
I have no idea how to land.
Exactly. Oh, here's the thing. Because remember your flight control problem for the Battlefront in the VR?
Yeah.
And Sarah and I knew how to do it because it's kind of opposite of what you think it is based on the way you control over the shoulder. They basically did the same thing, and that's why it doesn't translate. Is because you're like, well, I got to point the nose down. But when you're that age playing an NES and you haven't really done flight simulators, you're like, oh no, I have to move backwards to get the nose to go up. And so you're pointing down and you keep crashing. You don't know how to land the thing is because it's opposite controls. And you didn't
So
realize.
you did all that work for nothing.
Well, they didn't tell you. They didn't tell you, and it's a weird spatial relation kind of problem for a 6-year-old to figure
the
out.
game was good. It was always that ending. You could not get that fucking ending. It was like definitely
I
difficult.
remember the first time I got refueled in flight, and I thought that was a fucking miracle. Because remember, you had the hose, and you had to aim up, and every time you do it,
yeah, too much.
Like it did it on purpose. It was the fucking metal claw thing from the fucking arcades.
So it's actually a good sign that we only spent 7 minutes on Ubisoft. We had spent more time on Top Gun.
They got it under control.
Because they do have it. There isn't much I would change. They made their announcements.
Tyler, 4 titles launching for the holidays.
And
3 indie titles does make sense for what Mo's saying.
VR support.
They've got the perfect one. Now imagine if they didn't do that in the middle of EA and Microsoft and Activision.
They got it.
Yeah,
They would run the entire news cycle.
They
wouldn't
are solid. I'm actually more excited for that press conference. That thing is going to be quite impressive.
Yeah.
As long as they have that laser tag, that's going to make them
As long
win.
as they have Aisha Tyler.
Exactly.
What?
I need to look that up, and Rich, I need to show you that video of
The
the most
laser tag
fucked
thing?
up. Have that in a video game press conference, the laser tag.
I didn't understand it. I was like, what the fuck is going
Okay,
on?
a new
They
toy.
didn't either. They were just having fun, and it's like they're bored. It's like her 3rd or 4th year in a row hosting. Like, what are we gonna do?
Are you surprised that they don't have the Just Dance or whatever segment there?
God,
Oh, they will. Yeah, they have it on the Nintendo Switch. It sells.
I know it sells.
it should though. We should all be embarrassed.
Yeah, so they have a
I'm not
Just Dance
judging you, except I'm telling you
2018
you're wrong.
out there. But again, they go to all the crowds, all target markets.
Right.
They get it out, and they have to get that for that target market. We have our hardcore games. We have South Park, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and
Rabbids.
those are actually fun games. Not like hardcore, but they're fun to pick up for like 2 minutes and
Be interesting.
commercial break games.
It'd be interesting if they released like a Rayman of some sort. But
We don't say that name.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
on Nintendo Switch.
We don't say that name anymore.
Rayman Legends, a game that came out a few years ago. They're putting it on Switch.
We don't say that name anymore. It's verboten.
All right.
But Ubisoft, we already declared you the winner of E3. Congratulations. You won. It's over. There's no reason to have an E3 anymore. Ubisoft won.
Okay.
Yeah. But those are our comments of what we think about Ubisoft and what we would do to run. Not much different. They announced it and we are excited, and not much. They have their shit under control. So please let us know in the comments below how you would run the conference.